Yeah, so how to talk about the company, right? When you talk about Anatha, you have to really talk about why we're doing what we're doing. Otherwise, the how and the what doesn't really make sense until you wrap your head and your heart around why. And why is actually really simple to say. We want to solve problems, right? You want to solve big problems. And leveraging new technology, we could actually solve problems that were mostly just ignored for most of our life. Mostly the kind of problems that we would think of as just the way things are, like economic inequality, economic access, or what we call in Anatha structural violence, which I will identify as the central problem of civilization, a keystone problem that all of us, 100% of us, are impacted by one way or another. Even if you're the wealthiest man in the world, structural violence impacts your life because you have to live in a world that's lessened because of it. Every person that does not self-actualize is a net loss to humanity. So what is structural violence? What does that mean? It means any system, organization, or government which prevents the self-actualization of human beings. It's that simple. It's a big, expansive topic. We could talk about different forms of structural violence. We could talk about all the different ways it shows up in our life in different communities. But at the end of the day, structural violence is simply the loss of humanity's potential. And we live with it every day. And we mostly accept it as the way things are. And at Anatha, we respect the way things are. We understand that we live in reality. Yet at the same time, we want to look forward to what's possible. And thanks to the advent of distributed systems, thanks to the fact that money is now a product, something you could design and launch into the marketplace, we could start to tackle these problems of inequality. When you control the money supply, distribution, inflation, the distribution policy, most importantly, not that you create money, but who gets it when you create it. If you could control that, you could control the entire levers of civilization. Now, we live in a world in which that's normal, in which there's a group of 13 people, for the most part, who control most of, at least, the US economy. And we just accept that as normal. And that's fine. I'm not saying that they don't have a right to do that. But what I'm saying now is they have to compete. And what we want to do is create the tools and applications to allow a normal, everyday user, regardless of where they are in the world, regardless of whether they have access or not, to choose which system they believe in. It's a bit like if you were born into the United States, but you decided you didn't agree with the United States economy, you agreed with the Swiss economy. So without moving, you were somehow able to join the Swiss economy because you thought their financial policy was smarter and more sound. You could do that now because of distributed systems. No matter where you are in the world, you can choose which economic system you wish to support, which economic system you wish to put your wherewithal, your energy into, your productivity, your value. And in doing so, you float that economy. So what we're going to see is a huge race, and it's already on, but we're in the very beginnings of it, but a huge race to determine what is the money of the future. Which economic systems do we believe in? And at Anatha, we believe that we'll believe in a lot of them, that there won't be one single economic system to rule them all. And so what we do is we create tools and applications to support all of them. And that's why we started with an Omni wallet. Now,